Welcome. This isn't really the RantCast or HeroQuest fans, but this is your old buddy Kurgan doing a video here. This is more of a correction. So, as many of you know who followed me for a while, I go on rants. I spout off a lot. I talk a lot. I write walls of text when it's something I'm passionate about online. Well, turns out I made a mistake. I was wrong. I typed something in the heat of the moment, forgot exactly what I'd written. Uh, and I got called out for it, rightly so, by seekhashem and a few other of my moderators on HeroQuest fans Discord. So I posted this on Avalon Hill Discord, and I was surprised to see that on Twitter they actually responded to it. Not specifically to me, but something that I said, it was in there. So I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's start with the response, which I'm happy to see this response. So Avalon Hill Games, apparently rumors have been circulating about the cancellation of the Hero Quest against the Ogre Horde quest pack, but fear not, they are just that, rumors. Stay tuned for an exciting reveal at the end of February. My initial reaction was, why are they bothering with this? Like, that's not what people are worried about. People are worried that, when Miniature Market sent the email to Geek on Giddy and he posted it on Instagram saying this is not coming to retailers. Well, let's just take a quick look. I'll show you what I posted and why I was wrong. And I'm glad that they corrected me. So just have to own up, be accountable, because I want to be someone you can trust. Now, at the same time, it's really not all about me because really what happens in HeroQuest fans is we're just a Discord channel. We're just a fan community and people will find stuff on other social media, across the internet. It appears on Reddit, it appears on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now known as X, wherever, some obscure foreign website somewhere that they translated, and people will share it. And it's like, oh, great. So I don't have to be a member of all those things to report on it. But at the same time, I do rely on people's information. But this time, I just had a knee jerk response and I was wrong. So let's just take a look at that here. So I'm going to share up Discord. See if I can locate the actual post. Because Avalon Hill's got a nice Discord and they've been good to us. So I don't have any kind of like official relationship with a company, so it's not like I have to toe the line, but I want to be responsible. I want to own up to when I've made a mistake. So let's just take a look here where we were. Now, it's certainly been a fear of mine, if you could call it that, that at any point they could take this away from us, so to speak. Where is it? Okay, I guess this upset a lot of people. A lot of people kind of ran with it. I didn't think I was presenting it as a likely scenario, but the way the post is worded, you could read it that way. Oh, where is it now? Yeah, so we know Against the Ogre Horde is coming out in March. That was from the store leak last year. Turned out to be true, and we saw it on other websites for pre-order. So the word is that only Miniature Market has canceled pre-orders and issued refunds. And their statement doesn't seem to be correct, or maybe it wasn't correct at the time either. Maybe they just misspoke or mistyped it. But other people have said, oh yeah, my pre-order wasn't canceled. So you think by now, if other websites, if other online retail stores had thought that it was really going to be canceled, if they'd been told by the manufacturer, Hasbro, that it was canceled, people would be spreading the word. People would be posting about it. Because like me, they would have been like, what? Yeah, they would have been mad. Why can't I find this? Okay, well, I should have had it ready. Well, basically, I laid it out like this. I said, well, either this means Against the Ogre Horde is going to be a limited release, which would suck, or it's going to be an exclusive, either temporary or permanent, meaning only people who are Pulse members, maybe premium members, could order it. And then maybe after a while, it'll be released to the public. I think that's what a lot of other people are saying. Well, if it's going to be an exclusive, it'd just be temporary, and then it would be open to retail. And then I said at the end, or it is canceled completely. And I should have followed that up with saying, but this is the least likely scenario. So I think some people took it and ran with it. My fault. I furthered a dumb rumor. So I'm sorry. Sorry to Avalon Hill if anybody got a headache over having to correct that. On the upside, though, I mean, I made some noise. We got a good answer. So I guess there was a good outcome. And more recently, um, I keep wanting to say Avalon Bill, but he's no longer with the company. Doug Hopkins, who goes by Wandering Monster, is the name he uses on Avalon Hill Discord. He clarified that it is coming to online retailers. And if I can find that post, I'll be lucky too. Here we go. Yeah, so we have a section called Rumor Mill, and it's all about rumors. But when I say that, I want people to report rumors, not to start rumors. So I don't think I started it, but I think there is that fear that, we thought that Avalon Hill had planned a year of HeroQuest releases. After the layoffs, there was some question. It's like, okay, well, they're being a lot quieter now. They don't have a person who's officially appointed to talk to us and reveal information. Updates seem to have been a lot less. Now, people like seekhashem did point out, hey, they have been posting on Instagram, Avalon Hill Instagram, I think, and they have posted with some frequency. The trouble is those updates have been fairly vague. I mean, they basically stated, hey, more updates are coming. We're going to give you more updates. There's going to be updates throughout the year. Okay, that's great. But what do these updates mean? So we were wondering, hey, is Jungles of Delthrak, which they haven't officially confirmed, I don't think, not yet, is that still coming out? Or is it just something that might be canceled? Now, I was speculating, other people have speculated that, hey, based on what Carmine told us, what Chris Nato told us, and we miss him, when he was still with the company, he was laying it out that, hey, in the board games industry, they have to plan stuff a lot more in advance. It's not like a video game where they can just kind of push it out and do day one patches and all that kind of stuff. They have to plan way in advance with the supply chain and, making the molds for the miniatures and sending the stuff to the printers and all this other stuff. So for all we know, Jungles of Delthrak is completely finished. And due to whatever their marketing strategy is, which is probably imposed upon them from above by Hasbro, their parent company, they can't talk about it until it's ready to go or until a certain time. Whereas these companies, these other companies, these online retailers put up pre-orders just randomly and people find them. So it's like, are those companies doing something wrong? Are they breaking some kind of agreement by doing that? Or is it just one of those just uncomfortable things where, yeah, it exists, people know about it, but the company can't say anything? Why not? I don't know. But there may be just some red tape there. But when I see those stores posting information, I tend to take it at face value. I assume that they have no reason to lie. They put that stuff up. These are trusted sellers. So when Miniature Market posted that thing, I just took it at face value, like, oh, okay. So Against the Ogre Horde is not coming to retailers, period. Other retail stores. Whatever the case was, if that was miscommunicated to the customer, or if they were given bad information, or if that person just made something up, why would they do that? I don't know. Point is, it's not true. Against the Ogre Horde is still coming out. As far as we know, it's still coming out this March. And it's not going to be a limited time release like the Guardian Knights. I mean, I thought it would be weird if they really did cancel it, which again, it's like, why did I type it that way? Because they had just apologized for the Guardian Knights. The Guardian Knights, they came out with this new product, and once it ran out of stock, that was it. Nobody could get it again. And it was kind of presented as an exclusive, but it wasn't super clear to a lot of people what that meant. Like a lot of us assumed the Guardian Knight was going to be exclusive to GameStop. Turns out it wasn't exclusively to GameStop. It was a few stores that had it. But I think a lot of us assumed that, it's going to be an exclusive in some other way. Like it'll be exclusive to these stores first, and then it'll go into wide release, or it'll be exclusive as a pack-in with a game system if you bought it from GameStop Canada, and then it'll be wide release. Turns out there was no wide release planned. Once they ran out, that was it. So I was thinking, oh man, I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't move back to that model for these future releases. Maybe they're trying to trim the fat. Maybe they're trying to save money. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Not true. Not true, they say. And I have no reason to doubt Doug Hopkins. I mean, he's the rules guy, but I'm sure just about everything they post to the public is vetted in some way. So he's representing the company. People are relying on him to give factual information. So I believe that what he said is correct. So that's a good thing. Because my thought was, I mean, Hasbro Pulse doesn't serve the whole world. It serves a fairly small portion of countries that are fans of HeroQuest. I mean, they've more recently moved towards getting these new expansions translated into other languages. So you get French, Italian, German, Spanish, and English. And I've been hearing some fans say, well, in my country, it's sold out and we have to order it in English, and then fans are translating it, and the translations are frankly better than the official translations. And I think Avalon Hill's response to that, someone on Avalon Hill, was basically just, well, we won't tell if you won't, or something like that. Like, hey, people are still buying the product, right? It's not illegal. Now, I suppose if they're translating and then selling the translation, there could be some issues with that, I'm sure. But anyway, I just wanted to set the record straight on that. So, for my part, in furthering a bad rumor, I'm sorry. I take it back. I'm glad to hear I was wrong. And I've always said that in the sense that, like, when I make negative predictions about the future of HeroQuest with facts, shoots it down, that is a good thing. And that is my signal that it's almost time to start our stream. So we'll be playing Mage of the Mirror on the other Twitch channel. So just let me share real quick. This is a spoiler, so I just want to share this real quick. Okay, this is from seekhashem. He was noticing that there are some new errors that I never noticed before at the end of one of these mythic quests. So you should be able to see it there. These ending quests. So we got mythic, and we've got retail. Okay, I think we're going to have to go into playtesting for this. Here's the other one. So you should be able to see that. So there's a question of, well, under which room are they talking about? Well, they're talking about the altar room. So the sorcerer's table room. And then what's the other one talking about? It's saying, well, when you're in this certain magical area, you can't use spells or magical items, except you can use potions. But the way it's worded in the new version, it sounds very much like they're saying you can't use equipment of any kind, which makes it a lot harder. So you're saying all the heroes have to fight unarmed. They can't wear armor either. They can't use toolkits. So that's one of those areas, again, where we don't necessarily know what the author intended specifically. They missed it on the second pass. So you could take it very literally and make it very, very, very difficult. Or you could kind of read into it and say, okay, well, Zargon makes the call anyway. He's going to decide what this party of heroes can handle to make it challenging, but not impossible. Because you can win with unarmed fighting, but it's pretty tough. All right, so those are all the corrections for today. I think we've got some good things on the horizon. I think that Jungles of Delthrak is probably so far along that it can't be canceled, that they won't just cut their losses, that they'll still release that again this year. We heard another rumor about Against the Ogre Horde. Well, it's less of a rumor and more of a fact, I would say, is that, and I don't have the link now. Yes, I do. Here we go. This was Verg. Verg posted this. It's pixiegames.com. Games.com. This is in French. And this is another one of these websites with these pre-orders. So again, see, they exist. The price is a little higher. But look at this. 28 figures, premium figures. And these I can't pronounce this. I'm sorry. Fuele de Jeu arena. So the arena is apparently a tile. And so there's new tiles, but look at this. There's 28 premium figures. Now that's way more than the Ogre Horde originally had back in the 90s. I mean, 7 ogres. Um, you could maybe throw in a couple door bases, the ogre throne possibly, maybe an ogre chest, as Christabel's channel speculated based on their rumors. But who are all these other figures for? Are these characters that are going to be used in the arena mode? Because there's going to be a new game mode. So 3 new quests. Are they going to be centered around the arena? We don't know. So there's tons of speculation we could do about that. But it looks like from this, much more beyond what we thought. There's going to be more extras in this box than were in the original Against the Ogre Horde package from the 90s. So that's a good thing. That's cool. That would justify this higher price. We don't know what those figures are. This statement about the end of February from Avalon Hill, I suppose that means that, I mean, for all we know, they'll just say, oh, and pre-orders alive, February 29th. Like, okay. Or they might post pictures, or they might give us more information. So I guess they've got us on the handle again for speculating and wondering. But I really appreciate them going out of their way to explain and clarify things. I mean, that's, I think, what Chris did very well. I think that's what Avalon Bill did very well. Time out, and that was kind of their whole job to keep us informed. So, all right. So this is kind of a choppy video, but appreciate everybody listening. Again, sorry for getting it wrong. Try to get it right next time. All right. Check us out on HeroQuest fans. Everybody have a great day. Bye.